Welcome back to another episode of DB Sports with myself, Joel. We got an exciting week this week. We got some Virgil Ortiz fight coming up. Um, the Canelo press conference happened with him and Edgar Berlanga. The whole card got announced. That's a decent, good little card that got announced for his undercard. Um, Canelo and Turkey Alalshikh. That whole thing that's going on between them. Terrence responding to Canelo's comments. It was an interesting last couple of days of some boxing news, but we're here to break it down, see what I thought about it. Um, we'll first start off with the aspect of what do I think of the Turkey Sikh, Canelo, and Terrence. My personal opinion. Do I think Canelo needs to be on Turkey Sikh Prince cards? No. My personal opinion. I don't think he does. Canelo's the face of boxing. You don't really need to do it. It'll be a little bit cooler to have him on there, but I don't personally think he needs to be on those cards. The only fight they really could offer him to jump on there is a Benavidez fight. I've never been the biggest fan to see Canelo versus Terrence. That's just not my thing. It's not my cup of tea. I think Terrence is a little too small for him. My personal opinion. I don't think Canelo gets anything out of it. um, I don't think Canelo has nothing against doing it. I just think that he got offended by Prince's comments, especially since has a partnership with the UFC, and UFC is gonna have the Spear card at the same day as Canelo's card against Edgar Berlanga, and I think they took offense that Canelo's gonna be on that day, even though that's really been his day. But saying that you're gonna crush him that day, if Dana White said it, that's one thing. But Prince saying, Turkey Sheik saying he's going to crush Canelo that day, that's not a good way to start a relationship with someone you want to do some business with. And then telling the person, I'm going to tell you the price and this is what you're going to get and you're going to accept it. I don't know if that's really the smartest idea to start a partnership with somebody or a relationship with somebody. I don't know really that's how you're supposed to do that. But I'm guessing Prince has a way he does business, and that's the way he's gonna do business. I think eventually they might work something out with each other. Our team right now, they're just two machismo egos kicking in right now. But I don't think that's the way he should have approached that. And then to do it, and then now to say that all you wanted to do is easy fights when he's fighting the best guys in the division. He just hasn't fought Benavidez. Terrence is not the best guy in his division. I think Turkey FC just has something for Terrence, and he really badly wants to get him his big fights, and that's the biggest fight he could get him. I don't think that's a easy fight. I'm not the biggest fan of Canelo asking for $150 million, $200 million, but I think he just sees that how much of a big star he is, and from what he's heard of what Fury and Usyk got, and he's like, I'm way bigger than both of them. Why should I get more money than what they're getting? And I think he does deserve that. But I don't want Turkey FC to turn into some like his promoter, start talking shit to some of these dudes. It's not what I really want to see. Turkey, please just go put Terrence versus Virgil Ortiz or Tim Tszyu or something. That's where I'd rather see him go fight than go fight a Canelo Alvarez. And then Terrence doing his recent little comments. I think he was on the Sean Porter podcast, saying that Canelo's threatened. I don't think Canelo's threatened by him at all. Canelo's hit at a certain stage. I think he kind of wants guys to, he wants to fight guys who kind of want to stay in the pocket with him, then compared to guys who want to move and run, which Terrence is not going to stay in the pocket with him. Terrence will try to outbox him, hit him and move, constantly create angles. You know Terrence is gonna want that. He's gonna counter punch him and then move, try to win by point decision. I'm more of a Canelo approach. I mean, a Floyd Mayweather approach, or maybe a Bivol approach. He's not gonna stand in the pocket, and I think that's where more Canelo wants is to go against guys who are gonna stand in that pocket, bang, give the crowd a entertaining fight. But of him saying all of his comments, him and Eddie Hearn going back and forth, I'm not truthfully the biggest fan of all that with him and Eddie Hearn, but I understand it. Terrence sometimes, to me, he is the pound for pound number one or two, in my personal opinion, Terrence, but sometimes he comes off a little bit whiny. And him saying Eddie Hearn is part of the reason why what's killing boxing. No, it's not. Stop. PBC is not him. He's actually a very, very big help to boxing. So I don't really agree with him and all that type of stuff. But to continue on, it got announced over the weekend the undercard of Canelo versus Eder Berlanga. That's a pretty good little undercard with Caleb Plant returning. Danny Garcia versus Lara, which we have talked about being the co-main event. Rolly Romero is finally returning. He'll be under the card. Schoolboy Fu is going to be on the undercard too. That's actually a very pretty good undercard. They also, have to put a pretty good card because they're going to compete with the Spear. Which I just want to say, Vegas, shout out to you, Vegas. You guys are going to have a hell of a night that night. That's going to be a very good money income for you guys that night. You guys are going to get paid that night. But no, that's actually a pretty good undercard because for the most part, Canelo's cards are not the greatest. They don't really have nobody. This is not that bad. Is it the most exciting compared to Turkey Alalshik's cards? No, not at all. But compared to what Canelo's cards and those PBC cards have been lately, this is actually not that bad. That Lara and Danny one. That one should be an interesting fight. See how that goes with Lara and Danny. The Caleb Plant, I'm excited to see Caleb Plant back. He's a highly entertaining dude. He fights everybody. I wasn't the biggest fan of him when he first started, but I've grown to have a fond to him, even though he fights more outside the ring than more in the fucking ring lately. That guy just has a problem with everybody. More people have a problem with him, thinking he's soft. He's not. But the press conference was highly entertaining between Canelo and Berlanga, and then Caleb Plant jumping his ass in there at that, and Canelo telling him, I got your back. I'll show him." That was highly entertaining. Canelo with the high heel whoop Berlanga's ass. I know that's the fight. That's not the fight the world wants to see, but hey, man, it's the fight that we're gonna get, and it is what it is. And then to go with the Vergil Ortiz, I have Vergil Ortiz winning the fight. I personally think he's gonna win. I want him to win. I think this is probably gonna be the toughest test of his career. But I got Vergil winning, and then hopefully he gets a Terrence Crawford fight next after that. But it should be a good weekend of some fights. It was some good little news of some fights, some mixed reviews we're hearing over here about if we're gonna get Spence versus Fundura, if we are, if we're not. Tim Tszyu, we're hearing that he's gonna be getting ready to fight Erickson Lubin, which is not that bad of a fight. Like that. Some rumors, Ledger Pitbull versus Haney from what Turkey wants. Shakur versus Nice Good Cepeda fight. But we got some boxing look like it might end the year. We still got Better Beef and Alter and Bivol. We still got that fight coming up. The rematch of Fury and Usyk. They're still coming. We'll see how Turkey Alalshikh's gonna set up that card right there. I'm hoping we'll get to see Tank one more time this year. But no, it should be ending the year pretty good in boxing. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys very much on the likes and subscribes and the support you guys are doing. I really do appreciate it.